If you enjoy being a setup support master, Rosetta might just be the character for you. She is a setup beast with her roses and buffs and CC that she is able to provide for the team no matter where she is in the fights. This is an early game guide covering her support skills, early game moveset, and general game plan, just so that you would have a better idea of if you'd want to play her when you start playing Granblue Fantasy Relink. Don't expect advanced builds, combos, and items for this video, but I might do those soon, so look out for that. If you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like. I would also appreciate your help if you subscribe to the channel and check out my other content. So now, let's start by covering her support skills. Her support skills at the bottom is Rose Garden and Overgrowth. We'll start with Rose Garden. What that means basically is you can plant roses by pressing Y or triangle. So if you press it, I just plant it. You can hold it to put it where you want to put it. Right now, you can only throw 2 roses, but if you can unlock more in the mastery and have 3 roses planted. If you place them beside an enemy, they will just automatically attack the enemy and they level up. When they level up, this circle increases, which means your area of effect or the roses range of attack is also increased by leveling up. So your roses level up by hitting enemies. So if you throw a rose here, and you'll see the timer run goes down for this rose, because once the timer goes down, this rose will disappear and reset the level down to level 1. So depending on the level of the rose, your skills efficiency or your buffs efficiency is gonna adjust, which I will discuss after this, but I want you guys to see first. This rose will disappear. It's now gone. If I spawn it again, it's gonna be level 1. It resets the level if you don't plant it near enough an enemy and it can't hit the enemy. It's gonna reset the level and despawn. The second skill at the bottom, Overgrowth. Your roses give your team a variety of buffs depending on what combo finisher you do. You have combo A, B, C, and D, and depending on which one you do, your roses will buff up your team members differently. So if I do square triangle, that's defense up. If I do square triangle, that heals. There you go. And then if I do square triangle, you do attack up. Increases you and your team's attack. The defense and the regen buff disappeared because you can only have 1 active buff at a time. I'm not sure if you can have multiple later if you unlock it with the masteries, but for now it's just 1. So I have attack up. If I do defense up, it's gonna remove attack up. So you'd want to adjust your buff depending on what your team needs at the moment, depending on the situation. Something to also know is you have 2 roses. If this rose is level 2 and that rose is level 3, if you do a buff, that will defense up. If your team member is near this one rose, even if this is level 2, as long as you have a rose that's level 3, it's gonna buff up your team with a level 3 efficiency. So you don't have to have both roses at level 3. Just make sure that one of them is max level. It always takes your highest level rose. You don't have to worry about max leveling both of them. This is what her Skybound arts look like. Your general game plan is, of course, your ranged character, you want to keep your distance and plant roses near your enemies. Just make sure that you plant them where they can hit the enemies. If your enemies are moving around, just account for it, move around your rose, and make sure at least one of them is max level so you can have your proper buffs buffed efficiently. You can't really stay from a really far distance because she doesn't have like the range that Rakam and Eugen has, but she has decent range. Like, this is far enough for you to hit the enemies. So keep your distance, Make sure to plant roses. Make sure to at least have one of them max level. And always have your buffs active. At least, I mean, you're always gonna have only one. For now. You only have one. So adjust your buffs depending on what your team needs. If your team needs to do more damage, just switch your buff to attack up. If your team needs defense, switch to the other one. If your team needs healing, switch to the healing one. And then your skills are there to help you and your team as well. They're really good support skills. While you have one, that's like a retreating skill that lets you plant so you can keep your distance. And she has other skills further on in the mastery tree that will buff your team and debuff the enemies. She has some damaging ones like this one, so that deals damage. You can do damage with her. I think it's pretty significant damage. It's not bad damage from Rosetta. That is it. That is Rosetta. Let me know what you feel about Rosetta in the comments down below. Do you like her? Do you not like her? If you enjoyed this character guide, please leave a like. And you can check out the other character guides that I made for the other starting crew members. There should be a playlist for it. Please do check out my other content as well. I'm going to continue making Granblue Fantasy Relink content here on this YouTube channel. You can also watch me stream. I stream here on this YouTube channel. Also stream on twitch.tv/PHFaust. So you can check me out there as well. Thanks so much. Peace. Bye-bye.